I'm basically just using that blues scale for that particular improv. And you can also take a look at the chords that I'm playing. Okay, basically, I mean, you can make a chord out of any part of a scale you want. Okay, so A minor blues scale, right? I'm going to play them all together. Those are all the notes in the blues scale. So you can basically take any of these notes and make a chord. That's a chord. That's a chord. That's a chord. You can put this on top. That's a chord. And it'll take a little time for you guys to get used to this, but it's a great way to add some harmonies, chordal harmonies into your improv. So again, you can also use not only the notes in the scale, but also remember you can use these other chords too. Just keep in mind that usually if you use one of these other chords, like we did in that other exercise, using a 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 chord to spice up your chord, to spice up your, add some color to your notes, your melody. Remember, you want to resolve when you feel like it needs to be resolved by playing the proper chord that we're changing to. For example, if I'm starting off with this D right here, see how that G kind of resolves that right there. So like, for example, again, that wasn't such a great example, but let's say I start off with a different chord other than a D here. Listen to how that sounds. Right? It sounds kind of like there's some tension that needs to be resolved. So if I just... it kind of works. I resolve that with this note right here. But if I were to keep going like... well, actually that sounds okay too, but let's see. That sounds okay because we have that fourth in there. That one sounds a little bit more like there's tension. So, you know, depending on what you hear, like if I were to play that one, let's see, it does not sound resolved, right? So now it sounds like it's resolved, okay? So if it sounds kind of weird, it sounds kind of dissonant, make it a passing chord and go back to your proper chord, which is a G right here. See, that sounds a little off, right? See how that makes it all better now? By resolving that? But then it adds in that color as well, okay? So just be aware of that. So again, I'm going to do it really slow. And it's kind of going to be hit or miss because I mean, I'm just improvising and I don't exactly know what I'm going to be going to. But I can always adjust by listening and seeing what needs to be done. So I'll start off with the same one again. Maybe I'll start with this one. A C minor chord, C 7th chord actually, C major 7th right here. The root, playing down here. That's the rest of it. So that's the normal chord that we should be going to. If I went to that chord, I would want to resolve it by either playing that or maybe that, because that is actually an extended chord right there. remember we have the 1, 3, 5, 7, and then we're adding that ninth there. Okay. Anyone tell me what chord that is? If you guessed, or if you said an A minor 7th, you would be correct. Oops. Starting over. Okay, so bottom line is, try these different chord structures, or different chords in the right hand, and when in doubt, always go back to that other ones. There's other ones, other chords that you can play that would probably sound just as good. I mean, and I'll go over this later, but basically, if you build a chord off of a 5, a 3, a 5, or a 7, you're usually going to come out with some pretty nice sounding chord. So, like, if I build a chord off of D, right, the 3rd, minor 3rd, that is. Okay, that's the 7th chord. If I build one off the 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's a 9th chord. Okay, if I build one off the 7th, we're going to get a 9, 10, 11th chord. Okay? So keep that in mind. Also with this exercise, you can play with just the C scale. Okay, so let's try that and see how that sounds. is arpeggiating these chords. So D, 7th arpeggiated, G7, A7, adding some notes in between. Inverting them. Purely inversions, pretty much, right there. Okay, so there's lots of little tricks that you can use. So once again, use some inversions, learn your inversions. Okay, use some chords from different triads. Try different triads. You know, try a play any one of these. Okay. Try that out. Try building chords from that scale. I know it's a lot, but do your best. And this will all come in time too. And then use your blues scale, your A minor blues scale, and your C scale. All right, and practice that. And see you next time.